Yo, allora, eravamo rimasti a portare i soldi a Giselle. E avevamo zaccagnato un po' di gente. Allora, vediamo un po'. Il governor può attendere un attimo, perché abbiamo prima delle missioncine da compiere. Caricamento vagettoni, ricordiamo. Allora, sì, infatti eravamo rimasti che dovevamo portare il denaro a Giselle, giustamente, o potevamo tenercelo. Giselle sta qui. Giselle è qui. Sai che ci facciamoci? Forse le mentiamo. Ci teniamo il denaro.
Something about him?
Vediamo. Allora, dalla morte della madre, Lotti e la sua sorella Giselle sono povere e senza un tetto, mannaggia. Mannaggia. E poi Giselle ha perso i soldi del sindacato di cui fa parte, e sono quelli che abbiamo ritrovato. E adesso vediamo se ce li diamo, se glieli diamo.
Yeah, people are still working at this time while you're lot slurping soup before bed.
Cosa che facciamo, Giselle? Noi ci tiriamo i soldi.
You again? What do you want?
Giselle, I know you sleep at Shawnhampton's shelter.
Canta,
What can you
Giselle.
tell me about him?
He provided a roof for me and my sister. I am grateful, of course, but he gives me the creeps.
Why is that?
He's always sad, like he's about to cry. He's always asking us to get closer to God, to give ourselves to the Lord. Creepy.
Do you have recent news of Shawnhampton shelter?
The place is all right, I suppose. The sad saint is still the same, except for that awful skin disease he recently got.
È uno zombie, fra.
Are you worried about the sanitary situation in London?
Chaos is rising, Dr. Reed. This city is about to crumble.
You almost sound happy.
This world needs to die, Dr. Reed. And from the ashes, a new one will
Mi sa che
emerge
muori prima tu,
with more
fratello.
equity
Mamma mia,
and
sorella.
freedom.
Sì, fa una brutta... Mamma, che brutta fine.
Giselle, tell me about the death of your mother.
After our father died, Mother worked so hard she made herself sick. We spent all the money we had on useless drugs and doctors. It was hell.
Hell? What do you mean?
The three of us were exhausted and desperate. And when I'm desperate, I tend to get angry. And I'm hard to live with. Lottie said I killed Mother.
You should talk to your sister. Whatever happened when your mother died,
Eh sì,
the
devi
truth
parlare un
lies
po' con tua
somewhere
sorella, sì.
between your two versions.
I don't want to talk about that. It was years ago. We Paxton sisters are tough. We don't apologise.
I've identified the men who stole from you. You were right. They were members of some self-proclaimed militia.
I knew it! Did you find the money too?
I'm afraid they had already spent the money. But they will not steal again, I can promise you that.
Well, without the money, there's no chance I can show my former comrades I didn't steal it. Oh, fuck 'em. I don't care.
Do you need medical help, Miss Paxton?
I may, but I have no money for your scams,
Non ti
Doctor.
preoccupare. Non ti
I don't charge patients. My scam is much more subtle than that, Miss Paxton.
All right, then. Yeah, thank you, Doctor. But don't think I take you for an ally of the working class.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
No, che goodbye.
You again?
Mo
What
ce
do
la
you
mangiamo.
want?
Tutti sti cazzi. Per mangiarcela. Andiamo. Vieni con me, vieni. Ci va a fare un bel giretto. Andiamo a fare un bel giro. Ciao, Gisela.
What a waste of life. I only managed to be hated by all the people I loved.
Ciao, Gisela. Lo so che il quartiere non ci posso fare niente.
Promised you would make everything right, Mum. Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
Do you have recent news of Sean Hampton's shelter? Are you worried about the sanitary situation in London?
There are rumors of infected people turned mad by the fever and roaming the streets, attacking everyone they see. Is it true?
As long as you stay away from the streets, you should be all right.
I hope you're right, Dr. Reed. We feel kind of left alone around here.
Tell me about the death of your mother.
Giselle killed her. Plain and simple. She killed her with her daily whims, her laziness, and her complaints.
That's quite a statement. You can't kill someone because you're fickle.
Mother was very ill, but I forgave Giselle. What I couldn't stand was how she cried at her funeral like she was the one left alone.
Giselle is the only family you have left. Don't you think it's time you forgave her?
Sometimes words are harder to forgive than acts, Dr. Reed.
Perhaps your sister is not as tough as you are.
I know that, and I don't blame her. It just makes me sad that my own sister is the person I understand the least.
Why do you and your sister Giselle have such opposing views, Lottie?
Giselle whines she lost her job due to her unionist activities, which started her drinking. Truth is, she got fired because she's an alcoholic.
Perhaps your sister's addiction to alcohol is the result of her despair, but not the cause.
Perhaps you're right. But I'm tired of her playing the outraged and martyred social fighter while I earn money for both of us.
Don't you think she wants to get better?
I believe she knows her alcoholism is a worry to me. And that's another reason why she continues to drink so much.
And you don't share your sister's views?
On the contrary, I totally
Vabbè,
believe
tanto
that
te facciamo
workers
secca, fra.
need to unite to fight. I just
Yeah.
disagree with Giselle's hatred for all wealth and riches.
What do you mean?
I don't believe that you were an
Facciamo
automatic arsehole because you were born into a good family.
Vabbè, lei
Do
come
you
si
need
sente?
my medical attention, Miss Paxton?
I can keep going, Dr. Reed.
Of course you
Prego,
can, Miss
prego.
Paxton. But I wouldn't recommend it. Please, take this. You will feel better.
Thank
Certo.
you, Dr. Reed. Thank you. Really.
Adesso lo so che c'è. Venga con me. Vieni con me. Ti faccio vedere dove sta tua sorella. Guarda dove ho messo tua sorella. È venuta qua dietro, l'ho detto. Guarda, Qua stava. Ecco tua sorella, stava qua la sorella. Mannaggia, un vampiro. Mannaggia.
My poor sister. What will happen to her now that I'm gone? Giselle, I'm so sorry.
Non ti preoccupare, Giselle ci sta più. No, visto che mi hai dato la chiave, apriamo qua, va.
Welcome back to my humble shelter, Dr. Reed. Are you here to subdue me again?
No, Sean. I just came by to see how you are.
I feel all right. Why'd you ask?
Are you still
Perché sei un
feeding
cazzo
on
di
corpses?
zombie.
No. It's almost as though the blood you forced me to drink has provided me eternal satisfaction.
How are things in your shelter? Between the mortals and the immortals, I mean.
Even if we're all children of God, I've always maintained a strict frontier between the two communities.
What do you fear?
A few years ago, a Scowl decided to pay a nocturnal visit to my sleeping customers. He got caught licking their necks in the dark. Since then, I have added a lock to the door.
What if food became scarce? Wouldn't the immortals in your flock be tempted to feed on the living? Wouldn't you?
The Scals can feed on the dead, Doctor. And until Judgment Day, mortals will continue dying.
How is the sanitary situation in this part of town?
There's a lot of sadness and pain in my flock. I believe we're not fully through the crisis. You should do something about it if you can, Doctor.
Vabbè.
How did you meet old Bridget?
When younger, I used to patrol the streets at night, searching for lost souls. This is how I met her. It took me 2 months just to get her name. Now we support each other.
Had you already visited their hideout in the sewers?
Just once, and very briefly. Most of them are very discreet, and they see me as an outsider, even if I protect them.
You really are a saint, Sean.
Oh, no, sir, I'm not. But I know evil, and I believe goodwill and tenacity can make this world a better place.
Have you seen Harriet Jones since taking her to old Bridget?
No, she is with the sewer Scals now. I don't go downstairs.
What happened at the Pembroke?
I guess we recognized each other. As Scals, I mean. She had but one thought. To punish. To get revenge upon everything and everyone. I realized I had to bring her here quickly.
But why did she fake her own death? There was so much blood in her room. She attacked patients, too.
I just lost her for a minute that night. When I found her, she had caused mayhem across the hospital. I slapped some sense into her, and we fled before getting caught.
What happened then?
We ran here through narrow streets and backyards. She kept saying that someone was talking to her in the dark, offering to avenge her. But I saw nobody.
Would you let me listen to your chest, Sean?
No, Dr. Reed. You already forced me to drink your blood, and I thank you for that, for I feel better now. But it was quite an unpleasant experience.
It would help me greatly if you would allow me to give you a physical examination.
I said no. I'm no subject of medical examination, and I intend only to obey and to kneel before God.
Farewell, Sean. Take good care of your flock, and of yourself.
Sul serio che ti sfondo. Andiamo là. Andiamo prima a parlare con la vampira e poi ci potenziamo e entriamo nel club. Ma prima andiamo a parlare con la vampira.
It's locked, all right.
Chiuso. Devo fare tutto il giro. Devo fare tutto il giro. Da pesce.
Ugh!